welcome back to my channel. It is summer and it is hot and the locks are getting long. So this is my summer dude to help keep me cool during this time of season. So I'm pretty sure that by the title of this video, you, like most people, are overly concerned about your weight. And that's partially for good reason, since half the population is either overweight or obese. And especially you're concerned about your weight during this time of year because, like most people, you either go on a crash diet to get your body summer fit or summer ready. However, obsessing over your weight can also be a bad thing. And that can also lead to, you being on this never ending yo-yo dieting cycle, which further imbalances you and your body. And while the focus of this video is really about, my weight, I do definitely want to make one thing clear. Weight or weight loss is not the primary focus of my practice. Weight loss is really just a positive byproduct of completing one of my programs. Because like I always say, if you take care of your body on the inside, the outside is definitely going to take care of itself. However, I do think it's important for me to highlight that after all these years of me being a top performing athlete, and competitive bodybuilder for 4 years, qualifying for nationals, to now really just walking, doing yoga and Pilates, how I've been able to maintain my high school weight and shape and figure without working out by really implementing these 4 pivotal practices into my everyday life. So without further ado, let's kind of go ahead and get into these 4, with the first one being is I practice intentional and intuitive nutrition. And you're like, what is intentional intuitive nutrition? Well, let's break it down. So intentional nutrition is really being intentional and mindful. By the way, I do have a video about this. So if you haven't, this is going to be a brief overview, but if you haven't watched that video, definitely go watch that to get a more in-depth overview about what it actually is. But intentional is really just practicing intentional, mindful eating. I'm very conscious about what I'm putting into my body, and I'm also intuitive, which I'm listening to my body's cues and its signals to tell me when I'm hungry and when I'm full. And so that is a huge part of how I've been able to maintain my shape and weight and figure without dieting, is by practicing intentional and intuitive nutrition. So definitely make sure you go watch that video after this. The second thing that I do to maintain my weight without dieting is I manage my stress and lifestyle. And so I minimize my stress, and then I also manage my lifestyle. So I set my lifestyle up in a way to minimize my stress. Mind you, stress really is a silent killer. If you haven't watched that video that I did about that too, go watch that, because a lot of people underestimate the impact that stress has on our body, mentally, physically, emotionally. And so stress really does kill, and it kills silent. So it's really important that you make sure you manage your stress, because when you're activating your sympathetic nervous system, you're sending all of these stress hormones into your body, cortisol, adrenaline, and this makes your body think that you need more energy, which is why you're craving those, high sugar, high fat, high salt foods during those stressful times. Is because that's your body like, I need more of this, because you're over flooding it with all of these chemical, your stress chemicals and your stress hormones. So it's really important that you get a good hold of your stress. And that's how I've been able to maintain my weight. And also I set my lifestyle up in a way, I call it lifestyle management, to where my stress is minimized, because my lifestyle is set up in a way that it is not overly stressed. All right. The third thing that I practice is I practice self-care and self-awareness. So self-care and self-awareness are 2 different things, but they're interconnected. So self-care, I don't want you to think about, like just manicures and pedicures. While those are great, that's not what I'm speaking of, because the self-care that I'm speaking of helps you to become more self-aware, which is what you need to maintain, not just in maintaining your body, but just also maintaining your life as well. Self-awareness is key for growth, emotionally, physically, and all of those things. And so when you're not knowing how to process your emotions, and processing your feelings, your stress, and you're suppressing them, that gets, and turns into disease, dis-ease. And so many things. So self-awareness and self-care are fairly highly integrated. And self-care looks like, meditation. It looks like journaling. It looks like taking those walks in nature to really help you become more self-aware and in tune with yourself to make those better choices, and also indirectly minimizing your stress levels as well. So it all is interconnected, right? And last but not least is I changed my relationship with movement. So I changed my relationship with working out. I don't really call it working out anymore. I call it movement. Done that a long time ago when I really stopped working out for 2 years and didn't gain or lose any weight. I lost some muscle, but I was able to maintain my weight and shape and figure from working out 5, 6, 7 days a week, from top performing athlete, bodybuilder, to literally just walking, yoga, and Pilates right now, like 2 to 3 days a week, if that. So I really changed my relationship with movement and my physical well-being, because a lot of people, like, while working out is good for you, it's also a form of stress. And so a lot of people don't understand that you can overwork your body and it's counterproductive. So you're overstressing your body by working out too much, and then you're also not taking care of itself on the back end when you're finished. So working out too much, like what we've been taught is like go, go, go. I'm not going to name any names, but some of these influencers out there who are telling you to just balls to the wall. That's not how you do it. You're overstressing your body and you're putting your body into stress. You're breaking it down basically, and you're being counterproductive. So definitely changing my relationship with movement and working out has definitely helped me maintain my weight, because I'm not overdoing it and I'm giving my body what it wants and what it needs in that department as well. All right. So now, if you've been a past client of mine, and let me say this too also. I stay within 5 to 10 pounds of my high school weight. So that's really important too. So I'm not directly at my high school weight. I literally stay 5 to 10 pounds of my high school weight, but I don't stress over that because I don't need to be at my high school weight. But to be within 5 to 10 pounds without dieting, without exercising, is a real good testament of me and my practices and my programming, because these 4 things, like I was going to say, if you've been a client of mine or you've been to my website, these are my proprietary signature 4 pillars of holistic health that I use for my life, and also for my client's life, and how I've been able to transform my client's life. These are literally the foundation of my programs and what makes the great change. And so I wanted to share this with you, because with it being summertime, more people turn to diets and, to look their best for summer, to really only throw that out the window come fall. And then you're on this yo-yo never ending cycle. And then come the holidays, and then you're back to losing weight, and then come the New Year's. And so listen, when I practice these 4, principles, I literally am able to go through holidays, through seasons, and not fluctuating too much. Again, 5 to 10 pounds. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. And if you need like an entry level into this, you can definitely check out my 7-day mind and body reboot. It's a great entryway into these 4 practices to really get you on the right foot to making this a true lifestyle change, so you're not dieting and crashing and yo-yoing and all of those things. All right. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.